Ladies and gents, at this time I'd like to welcome to the ring Millie Stone. Let's have a round of applause, please. You said you weren't coming in. Oh, dear me, dear. I'll stand the other side. Now, Millie, you're here tonight as a guest at Tank Promotions. You've just brought a book out. Tell us the title of the book and a little bit about it.
It's called Unlocked Portraits of a Pandemic.
Unlocked Portraits of a Pandemic. Now, what are you doing here this evening?
Well, you don't think I'm about to fight? You haven't mistaken me for a boxer?
You're trying to sell your book.
Yeah, so I wrote this book, and it's the story of 33 different people's experiences of lockdown and the long-term impact it had on their lives. And it's one of the chapters is this fine man here.
I just want to know how and why did you decide to get Mr. Rich Loveday involved?
Well, when I was looking for people to interview, I saw a video that Rich had put a few months earlier in March talking about the show he was going to have in April. That was April 2020, so I realised obviously we were in lockdown by then, so there'd be no show. So I was interested, what happens to a boxing promoter, what happens to all of this when it's not allowed? And so I began to chat to Rich, and we spoke a couple of times during lockdown and after lockdown.
So when it comes to Rich's part in the book, is it interesting, do we skip it or do we read it? Like, can you give us an insight as to what he said? We'll get him on, he's itching to have a chat, innit? He's itching for it.
Well, what I'd say is we've seen a lot of fighting, a lot of bravery in the ring tonight, but I have to hand it to this guy. It takes real guts to speak as openly and honestly as he's done in this book. So
I do jest. And I do take the mick, but Rich, when you got approached by Millie, what was going on your end? Because everyone knows in the Mecca that comes to your shows that you like to have a chat, but never in your dreams did you think you'd be in a book.
I tend to like books. I've got pictures, so this is all words. But joking aside, it was quite serious. I've faced a lot of challenges which people do not know about. So my advice is, if you want to know a bit more, buy the book. And it was really interesting. And for me, it helped me talk about my problems. And yeah, it was really interesting. And that's all I'm going to say. So it's a good read.
Where can we get the book from, Millie?
I've got a few copies here tonight, but you can also get it from wherever you normally get your books. So here in Swindon, we've got Bert's Books, Central Library's got a shop, or you can get it at any online bookshop, Amazon.
How much is it?
£9.99.
£9.99. Millie has a few copies with her this evening, ladies and gents. So if you'd like to see Millie, she's just sat front row, just behind the tables. If you'd like to hear what Rich and how was it, 33 people, 32 other people and Rich have gone through during lockdown, I'm sure it's going to be a fascinating read. Ladies and gents, let's have a round of applause for Millie Stone.